welcome. My name's Kathy A, and today I was going to do a kind of a combination haul and talk about the New York City meetup with Nisha. Nisha SugarPuffandFluff, as you know her, came to visit America for the first time, and she agreed to meet with people, meet with the public for a 2-hour time frame between 4 and 6 p.m. In New York City at a hotel. And Bud and I went down on the train. It was quite a long ways, and I just thought that I would talk a little bit about that, show some of the footage that I got, and some of my thoughts on the whole visit. I had wanted to wait for Nisha to post her footage first before I posted mine, just out of courtesy, because I know she was going to talk about her trip once she got back to England, and for safety and security I didn't want to post prematurely. So first, let's do a quick haul, and then at the end I will show you some of my footage. I don't have a whole lot of footage, but it was a terrific time, and I'll show you what I have. For skincare this month, I picked up, I saw somebody else talking about this. This is the MD Complete. It's a line that CVS is carrying. It is a cruelty-free line, and this is the Restoring Cleanser. And this is kind of one of those yellow, oily sort of looking cleansers. There is a little bit of a beach smell to it. That's all I can describe it as, is a beach smell. And it's supposed to melt your makeup off, and then you can wash your face and your face feels clean. I found it was a little bit oily, and it also said not to use it near your eyes. And I thought, it's an eye makeup remover, you can't use it near your eyes. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. The smell is a little bit strong for me. This is the Red Burlesque. They sent me 3 lipsticks, and they're all different shades of red. And Red Burlesque is a company out of Australia, I believe, and they are all red shades of lipstick. They have an incredible amount. They also have lip liners, but the concept is that you will find your best shade and most flattering shade of red based on strippers' red. And they show you different pictures of strippers, and you select the shade of lipstick that looks like the stripper you'd most like to have the look of her lips. So it's a very bizarre concept, and I couldn't resist. I had to. This is their card. So I got 3 shades, and they're all very different. So I'll try each shade on for you. And this first shade is called, let me put the old lady glasses on. Boy, this kills the mood. This is called Banbury Cross, and I believe this was my favorite in the group. Banbury Cross. And the formulation for this is really exceptional. You really feel like you're wearing a luxury product. Let me just remove the purple and pink so you can get a better idea. It's a very, very pretty, kind of a warm toned red, and it's subtle. It's not as in your face, bold red as some of the others. Now the second shade of red I'm going to try, Melody Mangler. So let me just pull this off. And these have extreme wear time and extreme hydration, so it's just a gorgeous. This is a really bright and pretty red, and it's a very in-your-face red. This is something that you would wear. It's a power red. So this is Melody Mangler. This last shade is called Vicky Butterfly, and this is a really kind of a natural all-purpose red. I think this is a very wearable, functional kind of red. And I think out of all of them, it's probably one of the prettiest subtle reds. For some reason, I'm attracted to the warm red because I like warmer tones, but I do like this. This is very natural looking. There's a slight neutral undertone to it. It's not too blue and it's not warm. So I think this is something that would be suitable for just about everybody in the red category. This is an incredibly kind company about this, and they sent me a lot of information on it. It is a cruelty-free company, and they are out of Australia, but they do ship very quickly. These lipsticks run, you know, in the $20 to $30 range, and they do have lip pencils as well. But I love the variety of reds that they have. They are called Red Burlesque for a reason, and I think you'd be really pleased if you have a look at their website, which I've linked below. But I want to thank Red Burlesque for sending me these this month. I really have enjoyed them, and especially this color, the Vicky Butterfly, and also the first one. It's a novelty, it really is. I think it's pretty cool of them to send an old lady the reds. You know, it's like, why not? This is the set of 10 eyeliners from Makeup Geek, and Marlena originally put these out only as a set. You can only get them as a set of 10. You couldn't buy them individually. But now on the Makeup Geek site, I noticed you can buy them individually, and they each have things about them that I love. First of all, oh my goodness, this is a beautiful aqua color. And we've got purple. They go on so silky smooth. They don't pull on your eyes. This is kind of a mahogany color. I think this is the only one, this color here was the only one I didn't like. I felt too vampire-ish. I look like a heroin addict with this around my eyes. So this wasn't for me, but I did love the formulation of these. And here's a nice bright kind of a violet shade. Now these can all double as eyeshadows as well. They can be long-lasting eyeshadows. I'm just going to go through this one. This is a beautiful, let me just put this on here. You know, you can do just subtle little things with it, and it looks really cute. I mean, it's just, these are great. They last quite a while. Here's a beautiful royal blue. Let me just put this on. Now, just put this under my eye a little bit just to catch a little blue color. This is a very pretty color. Let me just put this here. And then we have a traditional brown and black. The formulation is just very silky. It's a silky formulation. Here's the black. And this is really nice for, you know, just kind of filling in after you put false lashes on. And right in here, you can just fill in really nicely. It's a wonderful eyeliner. This is a very nice taupe color. I brought this with me up to the Dark Shadows Fest just to put underneath the eyes, and also just to accentuate a little bit during the daytime. It looks very, very nice. And then this is the nude, which you can use on the inner eye. Of course, I'm not doing this with a mirror up close, but this is very, very nice. I will spray this down with alcohol. You know what a germaphobe I am. So this is the, you probably won't be able to see this very well, but this is the, so these absolutely gorgeous. I love these. I think they did an incredible job with these, and I think the whole set, if you buy the whole set, it was like $57 or something like that. So they wound up being very cheap per pencil, but they're, like I said, this one kind of red, dark red blood, dried blood color, I did not like that. That just did not, nope. It would have gone well the other day when I did the Dark Shadows video, and my husband was a vampire. So anyway, that was the Makeup Geek eyeliners, and I am still working on a Makeup Geek special. I've just been so busy this summer. I have a full-time job, I have a full-time husband, I have a house, and hobbies and interests outside of makeup. I'm not just a makeup person, so I do other things in my life. I think a lot of us on YouTube, look at this, I'm trying to pull it off and I can't. See that the staying power is magnificent with these. I love them. Looks like I'll just leave them there for a while. One more palette was the Matte-trimony palette. This is a great, out of these meat matte kind of things, or meat or nudes or dudes or anything else, I really like this one. It's got all your good basics. It's got a nice light color here for your base, which you can use as a base color. These are mattes. Now all of these shadows have names with matte at the beginning. This is Matte Evans, which is my favorite crease color. Matte Reed, which is a nice dark brown. We have Matte Ahmed, which is the black. Matte Lopez, which is kind of the warm tone crease. Matte Kumar, which is the dark reddish mahogany. And then Matte Moskowitz, which is kind of a purplish color. Matte Lynn is the palest shade for the thing. These are almost a little bit on the, I don't want to say racist stereotype, but I'm not going to go there. Okay, Matte Thomas, which is the pink shade, and then we have Matte Rossi, which is kind of the cool toned darker shade. So this is a great little palette, and you can take it anywhere. There's a nice mirror on the other side, and the BALM, of course, you know, has high quality shadows and blushes, and I love them to death. As you know, I did this Vice demo recently where I took one of each of these shades plus my Wildfire, and I demonstrated what it looked like on me. I wound up going on a little shopping spree afterwards, and I bought a few of them. And I have to say some of them were a little bit disappointing. I didn't get any of the colors except for SNITCH. I didn't get any of the colors that I demonstrated, which is kind of funny. So let me see where I can put these. This is SNITCH. This was the pretty color that I really loved that was in the demonstration, and this is called SNITCH. This is the sheer. Now they have a sheer formula, a metallic formula, and a comfort matte formula. There is slight differences in the opaqueness of them. The finish on the sheers to me felt the most silky. This one is called Violate, and this is an unusual color for me to get. Instead of Violet, it's called Violate, and this is a real pretty kind of a mauve-y color. I thought this was just a gorgeous color on. And again, none of these were ones that I actually demonstrated. This is called Wrong Number. And it's kind of a neutral, cool tone pink. This one is called Trance, and I debated taking this one back. It's got a little bit of sparkle in it, but it's very nudey, you know? It's just very nude. There's not a whole lot going on here for color. I was slightly disappointed in that one. This one is called Love Light, and this has a metallic sheen to it, but it's such a subtle color you don't notice that metallic sheen right away. It's kind of a warm, kind of a, I'm not sure if I can really demonstrate that one. But it is sort of a duochrome. This one is Wildfire, which I did demonstrate in the display, and I do like this one. It's a very bold and bright. Let me put it over the top of this. It's a very bold orange, and I'm mixing it with the red. And then this last shade is called Liar, and I think this is one of my favorites. This is a good neutral color that you can wear to work or, you know, whatever. There's over 100 shades, and you can see there's like, you know, 4 of them here are very similar in tone, but they're slightly different. Some are warm, some are cool, and some are more pink, and some are more opaque than others. I did have Peyote as well, and that was so pale it had no color at all. I was really disappointed in that. So even though Peyote looked like it would be a terrific color for a nude, it is just absolutely totally flat bland, and I don't have it here to show you because I've already taken it back. It was just horrible. It was awful. So anyway, that was my Vice buy for the month, and I do like the formulations for several of them, but you really have to swatch them. You can't just buy them from online. You need to look at them in person because you won't believe the difference in how they look and how they look online. 2 nail polishes, 3 nail polishes I got. This one I got at the Dollar Tree. It's a beautiful Wet n Wild Wild Shine. Now this lasts about 4 hours before it chips, but it's so pretty when it's on. It's just the perfect color for summertime. These 2 are from China Glaze. Aren't they gorgeous colors? I love these kinds of colors for summer and spring. And in fact, I'm wearing this one now over the top of this. So this is what the combination looks like, and really stunning. And it actually has lasted pretty well without chipping. So I do like China Glaze as a brand. This is a one-coat wonder. Disappointment this month, and a huge disappointment at that, and I did discuss this at length in my Perfect Palette video. The Moondust palette that just came out from Urban Decay. This is all shimmer glitter shades, and initially and at first look, what a gorgeous package. It's plastic, it's got mirrored lettering, it's raised, it's just gorgeous as a palette, a physical palette. It's gorgeous. Got a nice large mirror. And initially it looks like you've got the greatest shimmer shades in the world that you can just add to create, you know, the perfect shades. But unfortunately, I have to be the one to tell you this. The shades, even though they seem to swatch nicely, they don't stay like this on your eyes at all. They disappear, and as you blink, it just makes the glitter travel to your cheek, and you wind up with blue and green and pink glitter on your cheek and no color base. The color bases to all of these are so pretty when you swatch them, but when you actually put them on your eyes, it does not translate well, and I'm so sad about that. I mean, it's just like, are you kidding me? It's just so disappointing because I wanted to love this palette. I bought it the second it came out. I mean, I'm probably one of the first ones to order. I haven't even seen any other reviews on this yet. There are 8 colors. It is like $45. But I bought it as a, you know, a luxury item just to add a little punch to an eye look, to bring out, like, say, the blue or whatever. Some of these are duochromes. They're shiny. They have micro glitter that is a colored micro glitter. But I'm just, for eye health and for all other reasons, it just doesn't. They get all sunk into the wrinkles and crinkles. This is just a total disappointment. Outside of the packaging, I would not recommend this, and I feel so bad because I wanted to love this so much. I don't want to take it back, but I'm going to. I just feel that when you pay that kind of money and you see these kinds of colors and you think you're going to get this kind of opaqueness on your eyes, and you don't, you can hardly see it at all. It's just so disappointing. My heart is broken. It really is. Urban Decay. And, you know, this all stemmed from this one, which is Cosmic, which was, you know, this is a beautiful base shimmer called Cosmic that has micro glitter in it, and I thought the quality of Cosmic was going to be in the Moondust, and it isn't. It's just not the same. Sigh. Another Urban Decay that disappointed was the Naked Skin One and Done, and I gave this so many opportunities. I even wore this to the meetup with Nisha, and I shouldn't have. I was kind of embarrassed because people were kind of looking at my makeup, and here I was with little patches, you know. Here I am talking about makeup like I know what I'm talking about, and then I show up somewhere and my skin looks like crap. This is the medium light in the new Naked Skin One and Done foundation. I had an awful time getting the pump to work on top of everything else. There is a pump on the top. It's very difficult for it to work. Initially, it looks like a nice light serum type of foundation. I tried putting it on with my uber expensive Artiste brush. I tried putting it on with a damp beauty blender. I tried putting it on with my fingers, and initially it seems to look nice, but then after it dries down and settles, it finds whatever light patches or wrinkles and crinkles you have, and it just settles there and grabs onto the edges. So I'm really disappointed, and I've been really trying to like as many things as possible without taking them back. There goes my rouge status for 17. This was a very expensive item that one of my viewers had suggested I try, and I thought I still can't get those eyeliners off. This is the Pure Hydra-gel Lift, and this is an eye primer, and it's also a treatment, and I think that it's kind of a very interesting product, but it is a little expensive. I think it's $27 or something, and it's a little thing like this. Looks almost like those little click sticks from FX Cover Effects. It is a cooling, when you put it on, you can feel a cooling. It's got hydro-sealed water encapsulated in it, and you put it on, and when you put it underneath, especially underneath your eye, you feel an instant cooling hydration feeling. And so if you have puffiness or bagginess, or you have tired eyes, or you're very, very hot, this is an amazing product for under the eyes. I was a little nervous about putting it on my actual lid because of the cooling action. It felt like it was doing some kind of functional thing, and I didn't want to get that too close to my eyes. But I do like this very much, but it's a very pricey item. And it does hold your eye makeup on all day. So it is functioning as a eye primer, but it's got a little bit more to it. So if you want to treat yourself to a luxury item, this runs around 27 bucks, and this is the Pure Minerals, which is a cruelty-free line, which is kind of nice. I just wanted to give you a follow-up on this dual-ended stick from Wet n Wild. It is a contour stick where it has on one end a light and one end a darker. No staying power, but it does really give you a, let me just put a little on here. It does give you a nice kind of neutral dark gray shadow look for a contour, but it doesn't last. It disappears off into the makeup wilderness atmosphere. And this lighter shade, you can do a light effect with this, and you can like touch up around your nose if you're, I'm always blowing my nose in this weather. You can go over the Cupid's bow with a little bit of lightness. It is a matte shade. It really just looks like a concealer that's a little light. I did put this in the corner, and it did cover up the wrinkles, but again, after I would say a couple of hours, when I looked in the mirror, I couldn't see this at all, so it doesn't have any staying power. But what a great idea, having that duo-ended thing. And it does compete with some of the other duo-endeds I've tried who also disappointed me. And this is also an eye primer. There's just a little bit of color here, and there's just enough here to really give you a nice, I have it on today, gives you a nice base for your eyeshadows to stay put. Now this is interesting. This is a 5-piece set that I found at Kohl's. Now this one I used, so it's not as clean. This is Charcoal-Infused synthetic brushes. You get a brow brush, a crease brush, a shadow brush, you've got a slanted blush brush, and then you've got a small stipple brush. And this set is like $14. It is totally worth it. It is from Earth Technology, I think it's called, and it's a 5-piece set for $14, and I've got to say I really like it. And it's charcoal infused and it's cruelty free. So the charcoal infusion is a little confusing. I'm not sure what role that plays here. I have washed them several times. I did use this today, so it's not the cleanest. Actually, I used all of these things today except the brow thing. They're all very nice functional brushes. This particular flat brush could also be used as a concealer blending brush. But this is a great crease brush for putting eyeshadow in your crease. It doesn't splay out, and like I said, I've washed them a few times now, and they do wash really well and act really well. So that is Earth Technologies, and that is a 5-piece brush set. You can find that in Kohl's, and they have that in with all their little odds and end makeup tool kits where they have the eyelash curlers and things like that. They're separate from the actual makeup. They're kind of in their own little stand, and I do like this. I'm glad I tried it. I'm still using these two things. This is kind of a follow-up on the contours. There was a trio. There was a light color which fell apart, and then there were these two, a medium and a dark shade, but don't let the color of the cap fool you. That is very, very dark. So it doesn't look like that on here, but it is, and it's a perfect, I am wearing it today. It's very nice. It does last a lot longer than I expected, but I did set it down with a powder. And this dark shade is very, very dark. So, you know, for you folks that have a medium to darker skin tone, you can use that as a contour. It's just a little too dark for me, but I do like the trios from Ulta brand, and Ulta brand is, of course, cruelty free. That pretty much does it for my July haul, and now let me show you some of the footage I took when we met Nisha.
How do you like New York?
I love New York.
Oh, that's great.
Like I said,
And I haven't walked that much in years. Walking everywhere like killing me.
I'm recovering well.
Have a beautiful day, everybody. Take care. Toodles.